piranha.
All right, we're back. We're on. Sorry.
Yo, to be fair, I forgot it was a gift.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done it if I remembered.
Mm-hmm.
When did you find out about it? When it was gone?
Yeah. After I was
After I sold it.
I was like, oh, it's sold.
I was like, dude,
what?
we sold this Attack on Titan
And I was like,
thing
what?
for like $150. He's like, what? That was a gift. I was like, whoops.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it wasn't like I wasn't that upset about it because I wasn't using it anyway. But like, I still felt like offended.
I mean, sentimental stuff.
Rightly.
Dude. Sentimental stuff I'm huge about. I mean, I have a hat hanging on my TV over here that I got when I was literally like 7 years old or something.
Mike, I get it. It's over there. You're like,
sorry. I was like piecing it together in my mind, and then like I get like real OCD.
Is it like a baseball cap?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I get.
I'm
like
thinking
real,
like when you said hat, I thought like a cowboy hat.
I get like that. Like
for some
to
reason.
me, Sailor Moon is like the ultimate nostalgia. Like she was my hero growing up.
I get it, but before this year, right? When was the last time you bought something?
I collected all of the books back in 2011.
2011. So this is what I'm saying. This is like just like a
2011
new.
and
This is a
2013,
new
I
thing
collected all
now
those
that
books.
you're like.
Mike
oh my God,
gave me a set
stuff.
of Sailor Moon figures that I still have.
Yeah, they're just in the drawer, thrown away, basically.
They're not thrown away. I still have them.
So most of my collectibles are in my mom's house, 2,000 miles away in my old room.
I have a Luna P pillow thing that I bought from Japan like maybe 7 years ago.
No, I bought that.
Whatever.
I bought that for you. You don't even know.
I have an entire set of gachapon things that I collected.
So guys, just so you know, we're talking about
me
wasting money on stupid stuff that we don't need to be wasting money on, and me trying to defend the fact that we shouldn't be wasting money on that stuff.
The books are valuable. Like, my collection is thousands upon thousands of dollars.
So one thing I have to say though is that sometimes the little spending is way worse because it's so like when you think like, oh, this is $5.
He says this to me all the time.
Dude, for real, man. Like there's been months that have gone by and I'm like, what did I spend like $1,000 on? And then I'm like, oh, I went here and then I went here and I bought this. Like the little spendings, it's like death by 1,000 cuts.
That is my bad. Like I will be like, this is $10. I just need it. Oh, this one's $5.
That's what you're doing right now.
What you need to do is you need to like.
No, I've tried this. I've tried to give her an allowance so that she could just spend that much. But she does not want that.
Women don't listen to their husbands. They listen to random other people. So I have to give the same advice.
I mean, as funny as that is, it's 100% true.
Dude, I'm not horsing around, dude. There's been, and it works the other way too. Like I'm joking about the wife thing, but there's been stuff where like someone said to like Mary Lynn, and I'm like, I said that to you 5 years ago. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, I gave you that advice.
I mean, to be honest though, if you tell me to do this, I'm still not gonna do it. Like, I'm not.
Well, the problem is that we have something coming up that we are gonna be very broke from.
Yeah, I know.
And it's
very hard to break habits.
No, it's not. You just don't do it.
But when I see something that's $10 that I love, I want to get it.
Well, you're not.
It's hard.
You can't.
I'm an addict.
Nah, I totally feel both of you. I go back and forth. Like I go back and forth between like both types, and then like so that's why like 1 month I'll like buy something for like $50 and then I'll return it. I'm like I don't need this, and then like a month later I'll buy something for like $900 and be like,
I justify this.
Well, yeah. What can you do? You know, you gotta live a little. So I'm like,
dude, like everything Kivox gets is like expensive, right? And we are the polar opposite. He will buy one big item and then not spend money for a long time.
But I'll wait. I'll wait
for example,
till like
the Oni pizza oven.
I'll wait till I know I want it and I have a feeling that I'm gonna use it and get my value out of it.
As he sits there and gets nauseous about buying it, he waits like a year and he's like, "I'm gonna buy this thing
because I feel guilty about it." Like
I'm with him, dude. I literally returned like 2 or 3 like TVs before I was like, no. I'm an adult. I've earned having a real TV. Like I get buyer's remorse like crazy. Like the only
my fault is I never do. Like until the bill comes in later, and then I'm like, why?
Yeah, and then she's like, we gotta cut back. We have to stop spending.
I am better than I used to be.
No.
Yes,
not.
I am.
No, and listen,
the only thing that's changed is your hair got effed up, so now you don't spend that much money on your hair anymore.
So it's $300 every 6 weeks I get.
Great, yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, so smart. That's how America. That's why America is broke.
No,
because that is the mindset of it. It's like, hey, I'm gonna save money here, so I might as well spend it because now I have $300.
Let's read some comments.
Okay.
Hello, Trace. We're doing good. T's listening. RSB. Hello, RSB. Hello, Christy. Hello, Tony. Diagnosis. Hello, LMR. T's doing a saving challenge. I'm not good at saving challenges.
Dude, did my neck crack come off on sound, by the way? Because I was trying to get that for like 10 minutes, dude.
Yeah, T loves those.
Brave Majesty. Hello. They love their pizza oven. Their Oni. Kivox, you work hard for your money, so you deserve to splurge every once in a while.
I want to comment on that. We do. We have things that we like. We buy things. That was Christy. No, I know. I'm responding to her. So it's not like we don't. You know what I mean?
No, we do.
But things need to be in moderation, just like everything else. You can't just. We're not made of money, and like I said, we can't really talk about what's happening, but something is happening, and we're gonna.
No, I need to know. So now I'm all self-conscious.
You know already.
I do.
We've talked about it.
I forget.
Trace said, "Hey, Kivox, send a picture of my Hogwarts Legacy wand the other day."
Yeah, I saw it. It looks good. You did a good job. I will be showing it in the next thing.
Yes, you. I don't know why you.
Cracking.
Okay, see. I'm with Meek. Just buy what you want. Nah.
So
yes, buy everything in moderation for sure.
Something I have to say in his defense, and I didn't have like an awakening or anything like particular that happened, but like one day, and I mean no offense by this at all, but like one day. Taken. No, but one day I woke up and
I'm gonna be offended.
I know.
No, but it's like one day I just like woke up and I was like, I need to stop buying useless crap. Because, like, if I really bought the stuff I wanted to, you would be in the background seeing a life-size statue of Solid Snake and a Metal Gear that I would sleep inside of. Like, I would buy the dumbest stuff. So, like, I think buying a pizza oven or a car is way
so many times.
It's also way different, you know, like I have like a bunch of like statues and stuff in here and figurines that I bought like over a decade ago that I put up only because I was like, I need to justify the thousands of dollars I wasted when I didn't have the kind of money to be wasting that kind of money.
So that's the thing. I feel like that's different. When you bought those, you were probably still living with your mom. Right. You were still at home. You didn't have like, that was what you liked to do. And I mean, I'd have no problem with that. But now that is that shirt like tucked in? What is this?
Man, you got to pop that collar, baby.
Anyway, we decided to both wear green, by the way, so that because it's that day of drinking or something.
Hold on.
Well, you got your head thing on your.
Oh yeah, there you go. I was gonna say maybe my underwear is green, but it's blue. Actually, I brought my St. Patrick's Day knife. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
What was I saying?
Something about him buying.
Me living with my mom and being a loser.
When you're young, you know, you spend. I have no problem with like when you spent money before, but not my issue is that I get yelled at for her spending money by her.
Yeah. Well, you got to stop her, dude.
That's right. I guess so. I guess it's my fault that she wastes money.
Dude, I'm sorry. Like, if I see like, for example, like. A Sailor Moon, like a super rare book, like came on sale the other day on Mercari, and like they clearly didn't know what they had because it's like $100 book and they had it for like $30. I was like, I'm just gonna buy it. I'm
Plus
not
shipping,
even gonna ask.
So it costs you like $45.
Huh? No, it's free shipping.
Okay.
So, like, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna ask about that before and like lose the sale, and like I'm just gonna buy it because
because then you're gonna sell it, right?
No, it may be in 30 years from now.
Then who cares what it's worth?
Yeah, but see,
that's just going to increase in price.
Yeah,
like
but
you shouldn't buy things for what you think they're going to be worth.
See, that's the same. That's the same pitfall everyone falls down with jewelry, though. And jewelry is like like no
Not
one
really,
ever,
because everyone knows jewelry loses its value.
well, no, what it is that jewelry never sells for what they tell you it's worth. Like that's why, like legit, like in the movies, it's like, oh, I got this limited edition Rolex watch from Venus, and I paid 25 grand for it, and he's like, I'll give you 800 bucks. It's like that's legit, like how it happens. So like honestly, I feel like buying anything for any kind of like investment is like a bad way to go. And it's actually,
But it's also Sailor Moon, and I like collecting.
Again,
books.
you have started collecting this
the
recently.
That's the more important thing, is if you love it. That's totally different. Because I remember I was on this is actually kind of funny, but I remember I was on a cruise like 8 years ago, and like I was, they had like an art show on there, so I'm looking at stuff, I'm in the movies and whatnot, and I see like a Willy Wonka signed cast photo, and I'm like, dude, I need to buy this. I don't give a crap about Willy Wonka. And then I'm like looking at this like cool painting of Batman, and like I'm like, dude, I should buy this. And someone who was on the cruise with me came up, and he's like, you should buy that, man, because art is an investment. And then like 5 minutes later, this art show started, and the curator of the whole thing, he's like, I want to start off by saying one thing that's really important when it comes to collecting art, and that is art is not an investment. He's like, that's not the case at all. You should just buy something if you like it, if it speaks to you. So like literally, like it's so funny, but like, because this was like almost a decade ago, but like ever since then, I was like, okay, the investment thing out the window. But if I want something and I like it and I'm into it, I don't care if it's worth nothing. What's it worth to me? I feel
like it's both though. Like if I like something, like a Sailor Moon collector book, but it's not an investment and it's kind of expensive, like I probably won't get it. But if it's worth something and I like it, it's more worth getting.
So what is utilitarian? Because I feel like I'm a utilitarian spender if I know what that word means.
I think that means you steal money from other people and then I don't know.
Doesn't it mean like you it's like you're doing it for a reason? It's like more logical, like the reason that you buy this is to use it for this type thing. Because like there's a couple of things that I want to buy that I'm holding off on buying because we don't have money, you know?
Yeah. No,
and then every 2 minutes you're like, oh my God, there's a sale. There's a book sale. We buy some manga? No, we shouldn't buy manga because we're not going to read it and we don't need it.
Yeah.
It's just,
I read my manga.
If we won the lottery, sure, buy some manga, bro.
You got to move that.
Wow. Yeah. Like
wait, let me get to my point. Like I want to buy a new lawnmower so I could mow the lawn, right? So I could do work. And I want to get that backpack sprayer so that I could apply my stuff without having to freaking pump this thing for freaking 30 seconds every fucking 2 minutes. That's right. I said it.
What?
You know, like the pump sprayer where you got to like manually pump it and then...
It's a workout, dude.
No, it's not, because it's really bad for my back. No, I got to hunch over it. And I think the last time I hurt my back was because I did that the day before.
I thought you said I don't want to spend 30 seconds pumping this thing for 2 minutes. And it like, that's what I thought you said.
No, like every 2 minutes. Like, huh? Like every 2 minutes I have to like go and like pump the crap
I got
out
you.
of it.
I misheard you.
Yeah. So, it's just a pain in the butt.
Chrissy said, I'm on a book buying ban until I find another book I feel like I have to have, but I'm doing much better over the last year. I bought a full-size Haunted Mansion 13-hour clock for $3,000. That hurt a little, but it's a showpiece.
So utilitarianism is a...
doctrine? I don't even know what that means.
Now I know less about what that word means.
Right.
Now I gotta look up doctrine.
No, I'm with you, man. I mean... I would just say in the past couple of years, I became really about like what I wouldn't feel guilty about. So like, I rarely buy like brand new video games because like I feel bad. Like,
you don't.
But then
you don't buy many.
Yeah, but you know, then when a vet bill comes across and it's like $1,500, I'm like, yeah, this is for my dog. Who cares? It's just money. But like, I'm with you.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the last couple months we've paid like $2,000 in vet bills.
Literally.
So
Sucks.
You know. That's like that's money that we needed to spend.
But we're the idiots that have 5 animals.
No, it's not. Like it's fine. We have plenty of animals.
Family.
I never feel bad about spending money on my dogs. Like those are my kids. I want them to be well and be happy. Like I never feel bad.
No, like anytime the vet tells us like you need to do this, we're like, okay, We're gonna do this.
Yeah.
You know what I feel bad about spending money on? Jewelry for this one over here. Because I've done it several times, and then the jewelry just sits in the freaking drawer in the bathroom.
So here's what you do. You stop
I just
buying
stopped.
her-
No, I'm
stop
just
buying her
done. I already
jewelry,
told her. I was
buy
like,
her
I'm never
Sailor
doing
Moon
this again.
collectibles.
What?
Buy her Sailor Moon collectibles.
No.
No more
'cause-
jewelry.
No,
buy
I'm
her
just
a,
not. Just,
buy her a
just
necklace with a giant Sailor Moon action figure.
You know what the
in
worst
from it.
part is? That there's no appreciation there. It's like one day it's like,
What is
okay.
I literally wear my wedding band and my engagement ring every day.
Okay, so the thing that we bought together, but the things that I've bought you with my money that I saved up secretly so that I could buy you those things, you don't wear those, even though you said that you wanted them, and then complain when I save the money and buy something for myself. She's like, "How come you get to buy a bunch of stuff?" And I'm like, "Bro, this was tip money that I saved for literally a year.
Yeah.
I sat on this money for a year. $20 here, $5 there. Like, I've been, and then, or literally, I saved up for like a year to buy you that ring before with my tip money, not like our actual income. It was just extra money."
Chat, I want to know the dumbest thing you own, by the way. Because
What is the dumbest thing we own?
Because the
Probably Oswin.
Wait, is there, shut up.
Nice.
Is there
Boom,
a
roasted.
money limit to this? Like, does it have to be
No.
like at least $50?
No. I mean,
like
just
the-
like no
The dumbest
offense.
thing that you've spent money on.
Yeah, like no offense to LMR, but like their $3,000 haunted mansion clock. That sounds dumb, but that is exactly something that I would buy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I
That
was
is
into,
cool, though.
by the way, haunted mansion.
I mean, it's cool,
My
but I
favorite ride
couldn't
at Disney.
splurge $3,000
Yeah.
on it. Like, I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have that hourglass that you never.
That thing
claimed.
was like $30, and we felt
No, it was
bad.
like $50.
Was it?
Dude. Everything at Disney's like.
So
Super
wait, there's a
expensive.
beautiful black cat with yellow eyes that is feral near my house. How do I get it to be friendly so I can claim it? Dude, I don't know
you'll
anything
never,
about
you'll never
feral
be
cats.
Able to.
T said her cat. Your cat is great. Stop. She hates her
She
cat.
does.
Hair's looking fab. Thank you. I hate it so much though. I hate my hair so much. Yes, that's another expense that I tried to get you to buy me in the last week. Is the fancy hair dryer thing.
And then like so literally, dude, when was the last time that you were like, "Oh my god, we've been spending so much money?" And you always use
Like
the
a
word
week ago.
you always use the word "we," dude. That's the worst part. Like it's not always we. Like the money that I
no, but
spend
that's
is I go
flattering. Because that means she's including you as part
the
of like
spending money.
That's flattering, honestly.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
Misguided, but
Is
flattering.
when we spend the money, I'm not included in it.
Yeah. No,
But
fair.
when we are talking about the fact that we spent money, that's when I'm included. It's like when it's like, "Oh, your kid did this. Your dog just peed on the floor. Oh, it's my dog now. It's not ours." I see what it. That's exactly.
I say the dog.
Real quick, LMR. I don't mean that that's actually like dumb, like you're like an idiot or anything.
Yeah,
I'm just saying like that's a
I mean, it
purchase.
sounds
That's a
cool.
purchase you didn't need to make, but you loved it. Like I totally understand. I don't actually mean it's dumb.
I would
it's
say
probably super
all
cool.
of my Sailor Moon books I don't need, but I love them.
Yeah. There definitely. I mean, there definitely needs to be a room for like buying stuff that just makes you happy, man. Like, you know what I mean?
I do that too much. That's my problem.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have your spending privileges revoked.
Mhm.
We'll figure this out. We'll be
At
fair.
least for the next year or so.
Yeah, we'll be fair. We will let you purchase some stuff.
Yep. We'll give you an allowance.
Yeah.
Screw
That's
you
cool.
guys.
You'll
Get
have
out
an
of here.
allowance. The thing
I
is,
work
though,
too hard to
like,
not buy myself anything.
Here's the best part about an allowance is that you could save up and buy whatever the hell you want.
That's what I do with my Amazon
No,
points.
you don't. You literally last time we had Amazon points, you spent double the amount.
No, I didn't.
You spent like $60 and you had 30.
I just
That's
got-
double.
I just got this great visual of like you on the phone and someone's like, well, "Oh, what's going? Everything all right?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm just asking my husband's friend if I can buy this book." And just-
What's the budget look
They're
like?
like, what?
So Christy said her K-pop stuff. I
Yeah,
don't need
yeah.
any of this K-pop stuff, but it brings me joy, and no one has to understand that for it to make me happy.
Hey, I mean-
get it.
I mean, everything behind me and a ton of stuff in my closet is like stuff that I bought for like my favorite band. Like that's one of the only things I spend money on is like merch for my favorite band because they're a small band and it helps them. But like I just like buying their stuff, you know.
You
Like
know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of that PlayStation that's right. Oh, you can't see it. That PlayStation right there. That PlayStation that's not plugged into anything.
The Monster
The
Hunter
Monster
one?
Hunter one, yeah. Didn't you buy it for me?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but it was just like we didn't.
not
need
to be
it.
confused with the Destiny one that's somewhere else in the house.
Yeah, that one I think is the one that broke.
I think we have like
right?
3 PS4s.
4. We have 4 PS4s, but 2 Pros. I think.
Okay.
So 2 regular ones and 2 Pros. I think one of them died though. Like I don't know what happened in the video card maybe because I started getting like lines and then eventually like the screen just went crazy and I was like oh my god, I need to get my data off. I need to make sure that all my saves are online so I can like have that they were. So
that's
He
scary.
said,
I got lucky.
I give myself an allowance on my own income.
yeah. That's a smart thing to do. Like the thing is like I used to do that before I met you, but then you don't allow us to do it. And like the worst part is that like this is the funny. Okay, like I'm gonna call you out on this because like
you haven't been calling me out this entire time.
I know, but this is a very specific thing.
Welcome to Meekachii's intervention.
Right.
I got a sign made. Like gotta make me a sign like you did for our wedding. Remember with the achievement
still have
unlocked?
that.
I found the file for that recently.
Nice. All right. So the idea of the allowance thing, right? Like let's say it's a certain amount per week. If I suggested like, hey, let's each take $50 or $25 a week, you'd probably be like, that's too much.
That's not enough.
Or that's not enough.
That's not enough.
But then in like no time, I would have like $500 and she would have
nothing.
She would have nothing.
Literally.
Right? And then she'd be like, oh, how come you have so much? I'm like, mother effer.
I'm like, why didn't you spend it on both of us?
Like, what's going on?
So
and that always happens.
So
Even if it was like $50, because you probably spend more than $50, you probably still wouldn't think that that's enough. Which I think $50 a week on stupid crap is a lot. And I'm not saying like $50 to buy coffee and to do all this stuff. Like that's different.
See, that's the stuff I actually got super OCD about because one day I'm like, all right, coffee is like $3.50 now. I'm like, so
dog, Mike.
I can hear your dog. Not too loud. But at least it's not like my dog. My one dog, he's like, ooh, ah! He like screams like you would think I was like beating him. But
Eleven's deaf, so she's very loud.
Oh, she's cute though because you can hear in her little noises that it's not just like a bark, you know?
Yeah, she has like a deaf bark.
Yeah. There's like, do you ever see the Chihuahua meme that goes around where it? Next time I see it, I'll show you.
The one where like it doesn't know how to bark.
Yeah, and it's like,
It's like,
ooh, yeah. Yeah, man, money stuff's tricky, dude. I mean, I try to keep a good grasp of it, but I still buy plenty of stupid stuff, man.
I think about it too, though. Like another thing that really like,
you know, the funny thing is
pushes me to have fun in life too. Though is like I work in an industry where I see people my age or like slightly older dying all the time.
That is something for real. That is something that a lot I have grappled with, especially this last year.
I'm like, what? I'm going to keep myself from having fun and loving things? And
because if you plan so much
what if I got cancer tomorrow and died in 5 years?
Yeah, like if you plan so much for the future, you never are like enjoying the present. So like that's how I feel. Like that strangely enough, even though I become more frugal, I also have been of the mind where it's like, if I'm always worried about needing something in the future, then I'm never, it's like the same reason why
You're never living in the moment. And then you retire and then you get cancer and die.
Yeah. It's like how
come you don't think this happens? It happens literally every day.
Also,
like
people also die every day, and babies die every day too.
Yeah,
remember you
it's
watch
it's like the same way where when I play a video game, like I always beat the game with like 1,000 of the best items because I was like, I'll need this later. Mm-hmm. And then also what you were saying, that's also why I will never retire, is because that's when people die. When people lose their like, when they no longer
and drive.
Yeah, when they no longer have something to do. Like that's actually a very common thing that happens. people retire and then die shortly after. Like that's a very real thing that happens.
Dude, I literally have like 4 or 5 patients that I can think of right now that are
that's like working
like 45 or under.
That's like
that are
working
dying.
in hospice and going, oh my god, dude, so many people die every day. Like, yes,
yeah, but very
you are
young
working
people.
but they are sick, obviously. That's why you guys are dealing with them. It's not like people just come in and there's nothing wrong with them. You are literally in the nursing field. You are nursing somebody back to health.
No,
normally.
but see, that's the wake up call though. Is like you don't know, like you are well now, but the wake up call is like. It's like that's why I stopped reading a lot of the news is because it's so much negativity. But it's like you take for granted like that you are well now. And it's like, but that may not always be the case. Like that's like a big root of my anxiety that I've had for like the past like year and stuff is it's like getting older and then like, I don't know, reaching under the couch to get my dog's toy and then like something twists in my back. And it's like, that used to not happen
to us all the time.
Yeah, or reaching too far into the back of my mailbox.
I literally hurt my back last night, like sleeping.
Yeah, and like that stuff happens and stuff. So like I am 1,000% with her on this one, where it's like I refuse to take for. It's like how when you're sick, like with the flu or COVID or whatever, and it's like, man, it was so great when I didn't have the flu or whatever, and it's like I feel like that's been like my motto for like a while now. Is it's like,
but
dude,
you can't complain right afterward about not having money.
Oh no!
It's like chopping off your hand and going, man, I wish I had a hand.
Yeah. I get it. All right, let me read some of
this.
this.
That's the problem. Like,
who's your favorite band? LMR wants to know.
My favorite band is The Maine. They are awesome. You should check them out and buy all of their albums.
Christy said, I use my child support for my stuff I don't need because it's not money I count on. Y'all know that the last couple of years I've decided I'm going to live to have fun and not just survive, especially now. LMR said, you guys are making such good points. It's basically juggling the whole instant gratification thing. Christy said, yeah. And Tisha said, I hurt my shoulder sleeping. I can't decide if I hurt my neck or my shoulder last night, but basically when I move my head, it hurts really bad, but I feel it in my shoulder blade.
How do you spell the band's name, Mike?
THE. I'll type it in the chat. I don't know why. The thing is...
THE? The? I mean, I know how to spell the.
There you go. The thing is, you hurt a muscle probably in your like back or neck that you didn't know existed, and you'll Google it, and it'll be like, yeah, the upper lambus muscle primarily hurts people in their mid-30s to late.
Yeah, but
50s.
Also...
No, like mine is... I do this to myself all the time.
She sits in bed like this doing
Oh, that hurts.
Well, I sent you guys the photo of me sleeping in that weird position that like didn't even make sense. But there's definitely a balance, man. You gotta enjoy life a bit.
We're pretty balanced, except for when you're not.
You keep me balanced, otherwise I would buy everything.
But then I want to buy stuff too.
I'm saying you do keep me balanced.
Yeah, I said I want to buy stuff though. I don't buy stuff because we can't afford it. Because
you do too. You act like you never get anything. You get.
So I got Destiny.
Yeah.
Before that.
The other Destiny.
Yeah, you made me buy that. I told you I didn't want to buy that. You forced me to freaking buy that.
Meek has the posture of a jumbo shrimp. Wow.
Are you laughing at the jumbo shrimp thing?
It's just like such a vivid, perfect description.
It's kind of
pretty accurate.
I'm not saying I agree because like.
Well, what I'm worried about is like when she's like 60 from that, she's gonna be one of those old ladies that walks around like this.
No, those are people that like stop moving for the rest of their lives. That's what happens to them.
Yeah, and if you had your way, you would stop moving for the rest of your life.
Drink your milk.
Ew, no.
Milk is gross.
Is that garbage?
No,
it's not freaking garbage. There's ice in it. Why would this be garbage?
I don't know. Spending money, man. I think about it all the time. What could I buy? What shouldn't I buy? I was looking at motorcycles, and then I remember that it rains a lot here, and I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, I just skipped the motorcycle thing.
We sold all your motorcycle stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I need a motorcycle.
No, you don't. No.
I need to live.
I got my motorcycle license.
Well, you may die.
And then I rode
that I know,
once ever and then quit.
Everyone that I know that I worked with got into accidents. like including myself.
And talk about injured postures and walking weird.
So I'm just saying, like, it's
Dude.
not like a matter of you being safe.
No,
It's just
other
a
people
matter
don't
of
pay
it will
attention.
happen eventually. You just gotta hope that you get out like I did, where I just broke my wrist, as opposed to my boss.
no, that's
literally
why.
lost his leg. That my
No,
my
that's
old boss.
why I was gonna buy 2 bikes. One of them was gonna be really cheap, and I was gonna get on the first bike and then just drive into a tree to get it out of the way, and then I'd have my nice bike. So just get it out of the way.
Somewhere like jokingly
Yeah.
with it.
Dude, before I took a shower earlier, I stepped on something like metal. I don't even know what it was. I can show you where it is, but I don't know technically what it is. It's like a triangle metal thing. And I stepped on it, and literally it hurt so bad I got nauseous. To the point where like I had like a stabbing in my stomach and like my mouth filled with saliva, and I was just like, I'm gonna throw up.
Dude,
I was like, that hurt so bad, and like it like instantly started bruising the bottom of my foot.
Look,
Dude,
let's okay, go ahead.
real quick. I only talk about this because
Can you move that?
I think we talked about this on a stream before. So correct or stop me if I'm saying something I shouldn't.
It's fine.
But I remember we joked about someone getting bit by a dog, and then like, let's just say overreacting, and
my
like
cousin?
sure, your cousin.
Was it one of like somebody on our side or your side?
Someone on your side. They got bit
Yeah,
by
my
a dog,
cousin.
and they got like taken away in an ambulance or something like that.
Oh no, that's not us.
All right. Well, I'll remind you after. But anyway,
Okay.
I remember us joking about this person getting bit by a small dog, and then like freaking out and calling the ambulance. And then I remember not long at like literally like less than a month later, I was playing with my dog in the water, and she jumped and bit my finger, and it wasn't very deep. I still have the scar. You probably couldn't see it if I tried to focus it, but it hurt so bad. I'm convinced her tooth like hit my bone, and it hurt so bad. I remember I like sat down, and for like a second, like
You almost passed out.
the darkness started taking over, and then
so that happened to me when I burned.
Well, Mary Lynn,
my
real quick,
finger.
she's like, if you faint, I'm calling the ambulance. And then like literally, I remember like I had recently been reading about how much the ambulance costs.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
$900.
It's $1,000.
No,
basically,
it's I heard that it's cost thousands, but like
no, it's usually around $1,000 for them to come and pick you up.
Well, I was like, I am not paying that, and then like my vision started
snapped
like
out of
coming
it.
back.
"Ah!"
Yeah, seriously, I was like, but it hurt so bad that like you said, like my saliva started like going crazy.
Dude, you get nauseous.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
it was intense.
it was like, but like it hit me so suddenly. I was like, "Ow, that hurt!" And then I was just like, "Oh, I don't feel good." It's like, why do I not feel good? And why does it hurt so bad? Okay, I
You
remember.
remember that?
Yeah. So
I remember now.
I don't
Yeah.
feel so good. It's
So,
like when
like,
it
it's like when
was not
Spider,
fun. And
like
then
when
I like,
Peter Parker disappears. That was you. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh.
but then I like
Mr.
sat
Stark.
there for like a solid minute, and I still felt kind of nauseous. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna walk away. And then I went to go, and you were in the shower, and I was like, Meek, I almost threw up. I was like, it hurts so bad. And he's like, what? He's like, that's never happened. It doesn't happen.
So I burned myself when I was a kid because I was playing with melting stuff. Remember, I think I've told this story before, but you know the little film cartridges that they used to come in the little
That's old
plastic,
school.
the little
Yeah.
plastic tubes.
Yeah.
So I was melting one of those as a kid. It's just
As
in
you
my
do.
in my room, melting it and like turning it, and like there was this big glob of freaking.
As one
melted-
does in Brazil.
No, it was here.
It was here.
I wasn't in Brazil. I was 6 when I
Now
came
I'm
here, bro.
disappointed. I thought you meant like you were like 3 or 4.
No,
Sorry.
no. I was in middle school. Yeah, we were in middle school. So, and I remember. So remember in middle school, like when you were outside, and like we had to wait outside before we went in.
Yeah, on that big
Right?
huge
on that
patio.
little patio thing.
Yeah.
When we were all the way to the, like, if you were looking at the patio, if you were all the way to the left, were you the 6th graders or the 4th grader, 5th
Yeah.
grader, 7th grade? Wait, it was
No,
8th
it
grade,
started
right?
at 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, so it was all the way to the left was the younger kids, and then to the right
Okay.
was the older kids, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember I was in that first section there, so I must have been in 6th grade. So however old you are in 6th. So yeah, I'm just like, pretend this is one of those little things. I had it melting, and I was just like turning it, and it was like a big glob of freaking thing. And then at some point I turned it too far. I think I was literally like this, right? And it just went bloop, right on my finger, right here. I still have a scar from it. It's no, you know, it was this finger, I think. No, it was this hand. I was doing it this way, right here. There's the circle. You see it?
Yeah, I do.
Right there.
Yeah.
So it literally, I smacked it. I went, and then I looked down, and I could see like a 3 or 4 millimeters down into my skin. I could see like the layers of skin. I'm just looking at it.
You literally got a full thickness burn.
Yeah. So I'm looking at it, and I just see little beads of blood, like just starting to like come out, you know, like out of the capillaries or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I go to like the bathroom, I put it under the sink, I look at it, put it under the sink. I'm like, I can't tell my mom, I'm gonna get in trouble, right? Here's the crazy part. I don't know what happened to that molten piece of plastic. I never found it.
It went on
It could have burnt down the
kid's
house.
head.
I was upstairs in the room. I could have like just flicked it onto something flammable, and it just
You're like, ah.
yeah, I was just like, oh. You know, and so then I'm in the bathroom. I took a bunch of toilet paper and I just wrapped it around, and I'm just like, and I like laid in bed, and then I woke up like 2 hours later. I was just like, I passed out from like the pain, I guess, and then I woke up, and then I just like kind of bandaged it up myself. And then the next day I went into school and I showed my friends. I may have shown you. I don't remember. I don't remember if we were friends yet in 6th grade. I don't think we were.
6th grade.
My dad once, I think I told you this story, but my dad once worked in a place where there was this big table, and it was a stapler for like cardboard boxes. So like you would put the box on there, and it would put those big like metal staples.
Yeah.
And he like, it was motion censored or something. And he like bent down to pick something up and put his hand on it, and it stapled his fingers together, like these big brass staples, like right together. And he passed out, I think.
The worst part is that like he probably hit his bone.
Well, no, I think he did, but he ripped it out, and then he like.
You have to though, because if you leave that in, it's just gonna.
He like said it was like a knee-jerk reaction.
He went to the
like,
giant staple remover.
Yeah, those the big teeth things.
But he said he like didn't think about it, and he just like ripped it out, and then I think he said he passed out after that, but it was like so traumatic.
All right, I got another funny story.
Real quick, I got a quick one. I got a real quick one. If my hair was shorter, I would show you guys, but I don't think you would see it now. But when I was a kid, and I actually remember this happening, like I might have been like 4. I like was playing with my brothers and stuff, and I like ran into the corner of a wall and like split my head open.
Mm.
And I remember my mom is so bad with blood, and I have like, this is one of my earliest memories I have that's very
How can
vague.
you have kids and like be afraid of blood?
How can you have kids and be afraid of germs?
That's why I don't have kids.
Yeah, that's not why. It's because you don't want kids.
No, it's
that's
mostly
literally
the
the only reason.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's terrible. You're a terrible person for that. So disappointed in you.
But anyway, yeah, I have like this like memory in my mind of being on the like hospital like table and them like stitching me up. And then like my mom might have like looked in or something. And I remember her fainting in the waiting room or whatever, wherever she was. And then them moving me so they could put her on another table. Like,
Jesus.
Yeah. And then I had one other quick story. One of the most painful things I've ever had in my life. We were in high school, and I was in class and all that, and my stomach started bothering me. And like, I'm just going to be honest right now.
Like you had to poop?
No, I just had, well, it might've been that. I think I was afraid because until I was in like my mid-20s, I would not use public restrooms. Like, I'm not lying. Like when I was a kid, I was so afraid of public restrooms that a couple times I pooped my pants. Like I didn't care. Like I was at my grandmother's house, I pooped my pants. I was like, dude,
that's not a public bathroom.
Yeah,
that's
no,
your
but I'm like, dude, I'm not using this weird bathroom that's somebody else's. So, but anyway, we were in high school, and like my stomach was hurting so bad. I went to the like nurse, and she had me lay down. My stomach was just freaking hurting so bad. And then my mom came and picked me up, and then I like got in the car
and you farted.
I just ripped the biggest fart, dude. I immediately
you were just gassy.
I immediately felt like perfect. Like, and I was like, whew.
Do you remember the time Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. I just remember I was like, man, that was intense. I was just so like embarrassed of just like possibly pooping that I just held it in and it hurt so bad.
Nice.
Do you remember the time I got my back tattoo and I came home and
You were gassy?
yeah, it was so painful. Like I was
I
literally
like rubbed your back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was literally like fetal position on the floor and he was like rubbing my back trying to make it feel better.
And then you pooped.
I don't remember what happened, but it
You
finally
pooped
went
right
away.
there. I like pushed on it and
not
it
true.
came out and I was like,
Right into the diaper.
I was like, Meek, do you need to use the bathroom? And you were like, maybe.
so was it a coincidence or was it like
I think
correlated?
it was just nerves and anxiety, like of getting a tattoo. It was my first tattoo, and I was just
Really?
like so anxious and nervous, and then I think it just like built up, and like I don't know.
So my next story is younger me, even younger than 6th grade, like 3rd grade maybe. So remember VHSs?
Yes.
Remember how they
yes,
came in
yes.
the cases and stuff, right?
Yeah.
That opened up. So
You
my
were, you were
parents-
burning one over a
My
campfire.
parents were had bought like, I don't know why, but they thought it was a good idea. Just, old people buy random crap. So they bought like a case of like empty ones that had like the clear thing. So you could literally, the whole idea is you would cut up a box, the ones that came in the
Yeah.
sleeves, and then you would slide them in
to save, like to make it look nicer.
to
or
to
something?
have like a plastic case for it, which I honestly think the boxes look way nicer when they're like in good condition. They look awesome.
Yeah.
For like a collector thing.
For sure.
But anyway, they had these plastic things. Right? They're clear. So I'm like just messing around with it, being a kid, being an idiot. I have a thumbtack, and I'm like trying to poke a hole through it. Don't know why.
You had too much time on your hands, dude.
I didn't have siblings like you to play with, so I
True.
literally had to make my own fun. And I didn't have any friends that lived around me, so I'm literally like I made.
And you didn't speak English.
I made towers out of. I did at that point. I was in 3rd grade. Virginia, remember that?
Oh, yeah. And he threw you. Yeah, I remember.
I'm like running through the thing, and
And
you
he
guys
throws you an apple.
Yeah, this is an inside thing, inside
I
joke.
guess
We're
so.
playing Monster Hunter, and they just were super racist.
Hey, Jeff was, not me. I just
Yeah,
laughed.
but you laughed, so it's just as bad.
Oh, did I laugh?
I laughed. It was funny.
So you're poking
But that's
holes.
because you were telling it real quick. That's because you were telling us about your toy that was literally a stick with like a circle at the end.
Yeah,
Like a
yeah,
wheel.
that's funny. Yeah. No, it wasn't. It wasn't even attached, bro. You roll the wheel with the stick, bro. Like that's the whole game. Like an
This is
old
even
timey
funnier
like
now. I
Britain,
thought they were
like an old
attached.
timey Britain, basically, where they're like rolling wheels with sticks,
Oh man.
just chasing it. That's
Oh
a real thing.
gosh.
I did that as a
That
child.
is funny
Anyway,
stuff.
so you're
We gotta get
poking
him on
holes.
here.
So I'm trying to I'm trying to poke a hole on it, right? So this is the case, and I have the thing sticking here, so I'm like trying to poke a hole on it. It's in the bottom. I'm like, I'll just press down on it. So it's trying to poke through. How would you, if you're trying to poke something through, it's sitting on the table and you're trying to push this through it, what would you do?
Push down,
How?
like around it.
Yeah. Guess what I did?
Gave that
Bam.
thing C. Oh!
I went bam, and it went right into my hand.
Oh my.
It poked right through. It was perfect. I was just like, ow!
At least you didn't step on it. Xander,
Oh,
well
Oh
done.
god, it was so great. And it was one of those things that I was like, I'll do this. And then just smacked it, right? For no freaking reason. I didn't think it through at all. Just did it. It didn't stick in my hand, but it poked through and into my hand. And then when I pulled it away,
I
it
feel
stayed
like I
there.
didn't get hurt enough as a kid.
Yeah, you didn't have fun.
Dude, that's very similar. Like that's like along the lines, except I was an adult with this when this happened, like late 20s maybe. And I remember just being like, "Oh, I was like, is the stove still hot?" And it was like an old like coil one, and I touched it on my hand. I was like, "Ah!" And I was
Yeah.
like, I'm like, "There's way better." And it just
And
like,
it sucks because you don't feel the heat until about a second or two later.
Until
So
it's
by
like-
the time that you feel it, you've already been there for a
Yeah.
second or two.
I
So
definitely, yeah.
you gotta just do that.
yeah,
you know,
no, I was like, "Oh, is it still
whenever-
hot?" Ah! And
So
I
I-
burned my hands on one of those stoves and had the lines
I have something similar to that. I think I've told this story too. So I was making some pancakes or something like that on one of those electric
Like hot plates.
griddle. Hot. No, not the hot plates are the ones you put the pan on top of.
I don't know.
Yeah, like the ones that are circle, and then you put the pan on it.
Okay,
and just
gotcha.
turn it on. So mine was like it was like a griddle, like an electric griddle,
Sure,
element on the bottom, and then the thing on top. So I went to go move it. It has handles on the side like this, and I went like this. I passed the handles, and I just touched the bottom of it, picked it up. Oh, and then put it back down, because if I dropped it, it would have made a mess, and my mom would have yelled at me, and I would have probably broken something. So then I put it. So I had like 3 fingers, I think, on this side, and 2 fingers on this side that got just like the fingertips got burnt. And then I told my mom I was cooking something in the oven, and I touched it by accident. I don't know why I lied to her. I could have just told her the truth. She wouldn't have cared.
There are 2 types of pain that I cannot handle, and one is burns, and the other one is headaches. Like, if I feel a headache coming on, I try, like, pretty much everything to get rid of it.
Mike can't handle headaches either.
No, I get migraines, dude, which are way different. Like,
I know,
like,
my
have you
dad
gotten it
has
checked
them.
out? Have you gone to the doctor?
I've had them since I was I've had them since I was
That
a
doesn't
kid.
mean that you can't get it, like...
No. I know. I'm just saying, like, I've had them since I was a kid, and then like one of Maryland's brothers has very bad migraines. So a big thing that helps is if I stay hydrated. That tends to help. And then I got these little what are they, like blue light glasses that I forgot. I was using them years ago, and I forgot about them.
Blue blockers.
Yeah, blue blockers.
Blue blockers.
And that's kind of seems to help. And then I also think when I have too much caffeine sometimes, like if I'm tired and have too much caffeine, I think that kind of causes
Mine's the
an
opposite.
issue.
If I don't have any caffeine, I go into withdrawals, and then I start getting a pounding headache. Like,
See, like, I can't handle any type of headache. Like, the second I feel it, I'm like, no. Like, I need to get rid of it. And burns, I know you're not supposed to hold ice, and like, I just can't handle the pain. I like cannot handle it.
Yeah, that's tough. The biggest thing I would say that like I have trouble dealing with is like if you get like blood drawn or anything, like that type of pain. The
Really?
pain itself is
wait, what pain from getting blood drawn?
so, dude, I can't explain
There's
it.
no
but like,
pain from getting blood drawn.
Yeah, there is initially.
Yeah.
What the
Just
hell are
like
you
a prick,
talking about?
The
You mean
prick.
like getting a shot?
I guess.
Like a shot?
No, here's the thing though, is like it's not the pain itself, because I can get tattoos and watch like the tattoo up here that I have, like that
The
took a
tribal
while.
one?
It's not tribal, but anyway, this one. Like,
Oh, okay, got you.
I watched and I looked. It hurt, but I was fine. But there's something about the type of pain when they draw blood or something.
But that's the thing. Like, look,
and it
drawing
grosses
the
me out.
blood. Like, once the thing is in, there's no pain. There shouldn't be any pain.
No, there's not. But it's something about the feeling of when they do that like I like
So can
almost
you like
pass
not
out.
donate blood?
I did donate blood before, and then they were just like, "Oh, you don't look so good. You should rest here for a little while." So
But you
like,
are like super pale though. Like
Not
you're
anymore, dude.
you're like green. You're so pale.
I've only given blood
no, I'm not.
twice, and the first time
You're pale right now.
that's because of the lighting, bro.
I don't know, dude.
Look at this. Look at that tan.
I mean, you
Oh,
look
also,
very-
by the way, this
you
is the
look very
main. This is the
pale.
main's logo.
I know.
I can do headaches, but the damn migraines are the worst. I've only had 2 migraines, I think, ever in my life, and they were pretty bad. One was when my cat Pint died. I cried so much I got a migraine. And the one before that was like I was at my friend's house in Rhode Island, and I had just gotten there, and I was like bedridden the rest of the day. Like I couldn't handle it.
Yeah. Now if one's coming on, I drink like 32 ounces of water. I take some Excedrin, and then I lay down.
Dude, my dad gets really bad. He's had migraines his entire life, and he's always had them on and off, but he had COVID in 2021.
Okay.
And ever since then, it's been like almost every single day. Like we'll wake up in the morning and he's like on the ground with a headache. Like whenever we go visit, at least 5 out of the 7 days he has a migraine.
Oh, that's horrible. See, I don't even.
Sorry,
I
guys.
don't even. I don't even. God bless you. I don't even want to talk about him because like it just like. Then I start obsessing about him sometimes.
Yeah, we're gonna get off the stream and Mike's gonna be like, I got a migraine.
Well, that happened last time, dude.
I know.
And I was so bummed. But
Yeah, I don't know, like he's dealt with it. And then he got, so they went in and he went to an ear, nose, and throat doctor because they were like, okay, well, we think it's something sinus related. He had surgery to remove like a bunch of polyps in his sinus cavity, and then it still didn't work. The guy still has headaches every day. He tried Emgality, the injectable. He's on some sort of.
Tell him to try Botox. I'm not joking.
I know.
I think he mentioned that.
I think he did mention that.
It helped Mary Lynn's brother a lot. He got Botox inject. I don't know.
Where?
I don't know the like how like the ins and outs of how it works.
I don't know if I've ever suggested that to him.
He mentioned it, I think.
I think
if he brings it up, if he brings up his migraines, tell him because it helped Mary Lynn's brother a lot. Tell him right now. Call him.
Call him. Text him.
Call
him. Let me see. I almost faint every time I donate blood. The idea of it leaving my body just freaks me out. Oh, Bree, you missed the beginning of the conversation when I was talking about box lunch.
Question, Michael.
Sir.
I'm reading over here.
What? It's not like you won't be able to catch up to the messages. What kind of blood do you have? The red kind?
I think it's A positive.
A positive.
I have AB positive.
I have O negative.
Oh, are you universal donor?
I am, and she's universal receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, match made in heaven, baby.
So yeah, I don't give blood anymore because the first time I did it.
Last time I did it, I got pissed because like my iron was low, so I couldn't give it.
Yeah, but
sucked.
The first time I was only like 100 and something pounds, like 105, 110 pounds, and I was in high school.
Brag about it.
And like
she was 3. No,
I was born. I was born. I was 107
she
pounds.
was 6 years old, 110 pounds.
And they were like, "All right, you have to be 110 pounds," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm totally 110 pounds," and I probably wasn't, and I felt really crappy after. And then this past time. I got like super short of breath like a few hours later. Like I was laying down and I felt like I couldn't breathe. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good with this whole blood giving.
You're like, I thought I donated blood, not oxygen. Oh. Anyway.
I mean, aren't they related?
Yeah.
That's what it does.
Your blood, that's why they check your iron.
It brings oxygen to all your parts.
I just remember like getting like super offended because like I went to give blood and then like I had like a little like pimple on like my like crease and she's like, oh, I don't know what that is. And I wanted to be like, look at my face. What do you think it is, lady? I'm not shooting dope over here. Like I got a pimple on my arm.
They couldn't use the other arm?
No, they did. It was fine.
Stab the pimple. Stab it.
Stab it.
Get some of that pimple juice in there.
Those white blood cells.
Well, so I did some research though, and people with AB positive blood, they actually say you're supposed to donate plasma or platelets more because you're a universal donor for those and not blood. So
does that mean they can like get
they
more
really
out
want
of
to
it?
use it for like cancer patients and stuff use
Gotcha.
like the plasma and the platelets. But I've looked into plasma donation and you like cannot do it in Connecticut. Like,
really?
Because a lot of people pay for it, and paying for bodily like organs and fluid is illegal in Connecticut. So but even if I wanted to give it away for free, there's like 2 places that do it, and it's like 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday.
Well, how about we just go somewhere that will pay us for it?
I don't know if you can travel across states.
Damn it.
I'd have to check it out. But dude, you can get like $1,000 a month donating plasma.
Dude, you should donate some eggs, dude. You guys will be freaking screw money.
I tried.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I tried when I
did
was
too.
in my 20s.
Nobody wants
because
my eggs.
Dude, it's like $10,000 every time you do it.
Really?
But that's how I found out I was a carrier for cystic fibrosis, because you can't donate if you have it in your family, and I didn't even know I had it in my family.
I gotta get remarried.
But yeah,
just become a Latter-day Saint. Get a couple wives. This is my real wife. This is my egg donating wife.
only do it like twice max or something, because you only have a certain number of eggs.
Oh, how many do they take?
A lot, like 10 or 12 or something every time.
So, what do you have, like 25 eggs then? What is your boy? What do you?
I think it's like that. I don't remember, dude.
I just remember the creepiest like thing learning about like the human body and stuff is that like babies are born with like all the eggs they'll have, I guess, and that just like freaked me out. So weird.
You have like a finite number, so like giving them away like that is kind of a big deal. And it seems crazy to me that they didn't catch this sooner, because I went through all of the psychological testing where you have to like literally go to a psychologist and like speak to them, because you possibly have like kids running around with your DNA and you won't even know who they are. I had to go through like rounds of blood work. Also, I mean, literally, I was like 2 months into the process probably, and then they were like, all right, now we're gonna test you for this, and we can't do it anymore, sorry.
You think that would be earlier on in the process?
That would be the cheaper thing to do instead of like...
But they do ask you, but I didn't know that ran in my family. And then I asked my mom, and she's like, oh yeah, you have like an aunt or a great aunt or something that died from it. I'm like,
holy smokes.
Great, thanks, I didn't know that. But they even had me get baby pictures and send them out to families. Like, they took my baby pictures.
Oh,
like,
that's creepy. They're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very freaking weird.
They take baby pictures of you and give it to families, and they can choose if they want to use your eggs based on
But they don't have adult pictures of you.
No.
All right. I guess that would be worse.
That would be worse.
Dude,
She'd make a sexy baby.
You're showing people my baby pictures and you don't test for, like, genetic markers. Like, it's so weird.
Yeah, that is super weird.
LMR said I was a medic for evac when I was in my 20s. Starting a line while the truck was moving was never easy. Yeah, I'm okay when I donate blood, but if I watch the blood bag move on the thing, I get nauseous.
Yeah, like it's like moving like it's alive.
I forgot about that.
I'm fine once everything is in place. But the thought of it, and there's something about the feel of it.
They usually put it low, don't they? They don't put it up high because they want gravity to help feed it, right? So they'll put it down low.
Well, now if you give blood, they like put something in there that just goes like right into like a little tube.
Yeah, but that's not giving blood. That's for like testing of stuff. Like when you're giving blood, you're getting like a little bag.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Or a couple.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant by giving blood.
So he's talking about like when they do blood tests.
Like a blood test, and they fill those vials.
And they fill up those little vials that are pressurized or vacuumed. So, but what we're talking about is donating blood. It's in a sack, right?
It's a bag.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
He was saying
they do both though. When you give blood, they take those little vials to test, and then they have the bag.
Yeah.
Frozen headband works good. Okay, and then you said that. I can't donate blood. My blood will make most people very sick. Doesn't bother me though. That really okay.
There'd be your blood.
I think I answered the plasma question.
Your blood would make most people sick.
Well, it depends. Like, I don't have diseases, but only people with AB positive can get AB positive.
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So most people don't have that blood, so therefore I think you would probably kill other people.
I looked
with
it
your
up
blood.
once, and it was like, what, 4% of the population has my blood type?
Really?
What's the most common?
No, I don't know
mine's
what
not the most common. Get out of here.
But mine is the least common.
And mine is the second.
I would love to donate plasma if there was a place like realistically around here that would allow me to do it, but I can't. It's literally like during work hours, and it's like an hour away, so I can't do it. That's tough. Does IVF work if you're out of eggs? Well, only if you use like other people's eggs, but a lot of people when they do IVF, you use your egg and like your husband's.
Yeah, but what if you've gone through menopause?
You would have to have your eggs stored.
No, I think that's the question. Like if you're out of eggs, you've gone through and you're like
That's a good question. That is a good question. I don't know.
But also at that age that you've already gone through menopause, your body's probably can't not going to be able to do it. Yeah.
Or you have like a seriously high
even
chance
after
of
what is it?
You
after
give birth to like a 37-year-old baby.
Huh?
Isn't it like after 30 you already your chances already start diminishing of actually having a baby?
Yep.
Which is
said,
crazy.
"Thank God I'm not afraid of needles." I'm not either.
Man.
I'll throw you in a giant bucket of needles like in Saw.
Saw would be afraid of that.
In Saw, yeah, like that was terrifying. Imagine that, like trying to like. Ugh.
Yeah.
That
No
would just
thanks.
hurt
Did you
so
watch that
bad.
one?
No, I maybe I did, but I don't remember
She
that.
has to like find something in the needles, and it's just like it's not just needles. It's like syringes with the needles attached.
I would be thinking about disease too.
Yeah, for sure.
And then there was that other one where they put like their hand. The lady had to put her hand through the thing to grab something. But here there was like these blades that like if you try to pull your hand back, it would get caught.
Why are we talking about this stuff?
So here's the thing, right?
So
She puts her
weirdest
hand
stream
in
ever.
there. She puts her hand in there, and it's like, oh no. And then what she does is she puts her hand in the other one. That's the same way. Now she's stuck in there, and she can't grab the thing. She can't pull it out. All you'd have to do is go in. Oh no, it's stuck. Let me put my hand here, open up the thing, pull my hand back through. That one, I saw that and I was like, this lady's stupid. Figure it out.
Ellen
Stop
Mars said
being
the first
stupid.
4 Saws were awesome. The last one I think I watched was the one with the pigs.
Yo, did you watch Nope?
And that was really gross.
That's a good movie.
Is that
dude.
the alien one, right?
Yeah.
Really good. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good.
A lot of good. I like the same thing with games. I like in movies when you expect jump scares, but there are not jump scares.
Yeah.
I do not count jump scares as making something scary.
No, because it's cheap.
Yeah, it's like a loud noise, a quick
Anyone
visual.
can do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I
the
totally
spelling. LMR. It's a good movie. It's weird, but it's good.
Yeah,
I think it's like I never watched Get Out, but I
haven't
watched
either.
the other one.
Oh, I want to see Megan.
I watched Us, and I
Us.
thought it was not that great.
Us. Oh yeah, it was alright.
It was very much
Nope
like
was way better.
Yeah, it was. It was very much like M. Night Shyamalan type thing, like where
Gotcha.
there's a twist, you know, like, and it's just like,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, I feel
Well,
it's. I
we
feel
should
like
go soon.
Yeah,
Go
let's
ahead.
get out of here. No, I was just gonna say like I feel like movies are like really derivative now and stuff. That's why it's so nice when you find like a movie that's like weird, but it doesn't feel like it's trying to be weird. It's just like they had an idea and they were able to get the funding for it.
Yeah.
That's what like Nope felt like, because Nope was just like strange, but like not for the sake
done
of being
really
strange.
well though.
Yeah, for sure. Totally was.
The acting was really good too.
Yeah.
I think everybody did a really good job.
Yeah.
No, it was good. I liked it a lot.
All right. See you guys next time.